Now, before we get stuck into the video, I might give this away. So please subscribe to stay tuned to see if I do give it away. Go and follow us on Instagram. I'll put the handle on the screen. It's at EP Golf Studios. I might give this away. Now, I know it's only a Cobra 4 iron, but as you'll see as we go through the video, I very quickly have fallen in love with this club, the setup, the way it is, the loft, the length, the shaft, everything. It's just an absolute monster that's really easy to hit, and I really, really do love it. So it's going to take a lot to get this out of my hands. So if we can get, I don't know, 250 likes on the video, and comment below as well to say giveaway if you think it's going to be a good idea. If you want me to give this away, then I will. So like and comment, subscribe. Let's get going. Welcome back down to Elite Performance Golf Studios, and today it's a little bit more of a fun video. It's not really a fitting video or even really a testing video. It's kind of more of a fun way of looking at equipment, kind of thinking of it a little bit outside of the box, kind of just having a little bit of fun with it and testing stuff that maybe you wouldn't normally test. So anyone that knows me knows I like to be a bit of a mad scientist when it comes to golf equipment, trying out stuff, testing different stuff, and really just trying to find ways of maybe making the game a little bit easier to play better. Because that's really what Club Fitting's about, right? We're trying to make the game as easy for you to play as possible. And this is kind of another concept that I've just thought about and finally got round to actually doing. And that's making a really easy to hit club off the tee that's going to keep us in play but still gets down there a decent distance. And this thing's a bit of a, yeah, it's a bit of a monster, to be honest. So let's get stuck in. So just a nice little hold off, easy fairway finder. Just like that. Yeah, easy fairway finder. That I will take any day of the week. So that's exactly what this club was designed for. Just that little knockdown, hold off fairway finder that you just feel like you can keep it in play. It's nice and easy to hit. It's a big chunky head, gives you confidence, and it's a 4 iron. Like, it is a 4 iron. It's built slightly differently. It's tweaked slightly differently that we'll come on to as we go through the video. But that's exactly what we want it for. So why this? Why this model? Why a 4 iron? Well, quite a simple explanation for that, really. See if we can do that again. It was actually a tiny bit thin, but go on, get down there. Oh, what a line for this hole. It goes quite a long way. Yeah, tiny bit thin, 11-7 launch, 24.65, 250 carry, 273 toe. Why this model? So I love to, obviously, as you know, play about with everything that comes through the door. Now, the LTD X7 iron, which obviously comes in kind of the fitting kit, was just so easy to hit. Like, they're obviously a very strong lofted set of irons. Anyway, they're kind of that more quote-unquote game improvement-y kind of style irons with crazy strong lofts. Now, this 4 iron, as standard, is 18.5 degrees of loft, and it's tweaked to 15 degrees. So it's a 4 iron head that can play at a 4 iron length, which is obviously shorter than anything that would normally go this distance, i.e. hybrid, 3-wood driver, whatever. For most people, driver. So it's just shorter, so it's easier to hit. And it's a bigger, chunkier, more forgiving head that, again, is just easy to hit, that gets ridiculous numbers. So let's touch on specs. So the stock of this 4 iron is 18.5 degrees, which when I initially built it, it was 18.5, but because of the head design and all the technology and what it's designed to do, get it launching up, it did, even at a loft, do a fantastic job of popping the ball up, which is not what I wanted this club for. I wanted that hole at low launch, low spin, penetrate in, just get it down there, get it running, ball flight. So I cranked it to 15, which is mental, I know. So it's not a 4 iron, it's definitely more of a 2-stroke 1 iron, really. But it just gives me, like we've seen throughout and we'll see more of, that low launch, low spin, penetrating ball flight. Absolutely perfect. Now we paired that up with the Mitsubishi, the brand new Mitsubishi C6 Black hybrid shaft. Now this is a lightweight, really smooth bend profile. It's quite high torque. It's not a stiff bend profile at all. It's kind of a mid-launch, mid-spin kind of from a marketing perspective, but it definitely has a little bit of kick to it, which is really what I wanted it for as well, just to play a little bit softer so you didn't have to feel like you have to go at it. You can just tap it down there, generate more speed easily. And yeah, it feels fantastic, to be honest, and the cosmetic upgrade as well looks unreal. Really like these shafts. Swing weight is C9. Yep, light, which again is a lighter weight shaft, which plays into swing weight. The length is 39.5 inches, so it's supposed to be 39.25, so it's not far off kind of the standard length 4 iron, to be honest. But I haven't added any tip weights, I haven't added any powder or anything like that into the shaft to bring up the swing weight. And kind of the reason for that is because the shaft plays soft for my swing speed. So if we have it playing at a lighter swing weight, then it's not going to make the shaft play too soft, which is great. And I'll touch on that a little bit more in the video as well. So yeah, like the whole setup of the club is just nice, easy to swing, easy to generate speed, but get some incredible numbers, as we will see. So now the only thing that I actually don't really like about this is the offset, to be honest. I mean, so the LTDX being that slightly more game improvement-y forgiving kind of style iron, has a good bit of offset anyway. And then when you crank something stronger, obviously, essentially what we're doing is we're bending the leading edge back. Imagine the shaft not moving, I'm bending that leading edge back, obviously making it stronger. So that therefore increases the offset of the club. So looking down at it, I mean, I don't really mind the fact that it's got a slightly bigger top line. Don't mind the fact I can see the back of it. Absolutely fine, especially on a shot like this where I want that little bit more confidence that I'm just going to get it down there regardless if I mishit it a little bit or not. It's just that offset is it's a little bit horrendous. And the sound, actually, I mean, again, I don't know if the sound's going to come through particularly well on here, but it's quite clacky, to be honest. But I mean, when you get shots like that, you're really going to mind if it's clacky. So again, just like that, right? When I said miss hit, I think it missed strike on that one quad, but that was just like thin, which tends to be my miss at the minute. Yeah, didn't get a strike, but it was definitely off the bottom. So that is my miss at the minute, but it's gone, what did that carry? 232, and it's gone 250 yards, 3 yards offline. Right, I'm absolutely over the moon with that. If it's a hole, I just want to get it down there, 250, whatever, 240, 250, 260, absolutely fine. It's like on this hole, perfect hole, really. I mean, I'll do a little flyby. It's pretty straight down, and then it dog legs around. You run out of fairway at like 280. So, I mean, you can't hit it any further than 280, so 250, 260, you just want to get it down there. You kind of got trouble down the left, but it's not the tightest of fairways, but you just need to hit a yardage. Like you pull in this, and I'm just 100% confident that it's just going to get down there somewhere. So I know we touched briefly on specs earlier, but I mean, the whole setup just gives me confidence, and that is really what we're trying to achieve. Like, you just want to stand over it and feel like you're going to hit a good shot. Now, as we spoke about earlier, the kind of setup, it's a lighter, softer shaft. Now, because it's a lighter swing weight, it actually plays quite nicely. Like, because if I made this a traditional swing weight, so, I mean, put a tip weight in, put like tungsten powder down the shaft, whatever, to make the head play heavier, i.e. bring the swing weight up, it would obviously make this shaft probably play too soft. And vice versa, if I kind of put a really stiff shaft in this, so something that I might be fit into for my speed, so like a 90x, 100x, firmer bend profile, those kind of things, with this swing weight and this head weight, it would probably play very, very stiff. So it just feel like just hard work, especially in a longer iron with lower loft. When you miss hit, we all know what that feels like. It's quite sore. So with this slightly lighter, slightly softer at a slightly lighter swing weight, it kind of just plays about right. Like when you pick it up, it doesn't feel too light, there's a little bit of give in the shaft, there's not too much give. It just feels absolutely spot on. And I'm starting to go that way with clubs a little bit more, that it just feels easier to swing, and just in your hand, it just feels right. It just gives you that confidence. You will hit some bad shots. I will hit some bad shots, but hopefully with the confidence, we'll get more good ones. Like that, absolutely fine with that. Just knock it down the fairway. Like, yeah. Just we kind of, there's other YouTubers that talk about this somewhat, but it's just making the game easy. We're going to look at every single part of the bag individually to see, like, right, what's going to make that easier? What's going to make it better? How are we going to make the game easier for you? And something like this is just, it's just easy. I mean, yeah, it's, go on, get down there. It's another thing, like if you just, those numbers are just crazy. 11.8 launch, 2400 spin. I mean, that's like getting into driver territory, isn't it? Really? And to be fair, I have changed the ball slightly on this. I'm not sure why. I was just doing a bit of testing with this earlier. Bridgestone Tour BRXS. So I definitely think it's a bit lower spin than what I would normally use. So it is probably a bit too low spin. But wow, I mean, that's just, it's unreal, isn't it? You want to open it up and just get it down there. It's just, it's just so good. It's just so good. Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah. As I said at the beginning of the video, it's just a bit of a fun video, really, just to talk about a different way of looking at clubs. And I did this with my 5-wood. I kind of made a short, really short 5-wood. It was like 41 inches, but I had adjustable weights in the head, so I added some weight back into the head to bring the swing weight up, kind of made the shaft play as I wanted, because obviously it's shorter. Adding more head weight back in makes it play softer, but because it's shorter, it plays stiffer. So just making sure that the frequency is right for how I want to feel it. And it just makes the game easier. And this is just, I guess, my point of the video, because some people will be like, why the hell have you done this video? It seems a bit pointless, but I guess it's a bit of fun. It's not making the game harder for yourself. Thinking outside the box sometimes, like making a 4-iron the 2-iron, but at a 4-iron length, just makes it a bit easier. Stick a lighter, slightly softer graphite shaft in there so you don't have to feel like you go at it too much. But just getting the numbers right, getting the concept right. I mean, just coming here and seeing me and just making sure that we're getting everything right makes such a difference. Right, it's time for a bit of a challenge then. So can I hit this 280 yards? Can I hit this 280? Comment below, let me know. Let's give it a go. Oh, that's got a chance. That has got a chance. 260 pitch. Oh, it's going downhill. I tell you what, I don't actually know if I've got any more in the tank than that. Like, that was hit well. Like 1.47 efficiency. That's actually probably the best efficiency I've ever seen on here, to be honest. So 104 club speed, 153 ball speed, 13 launch, 2700 backspin, 258 carry, rolling out to 275. I think this hole, it kind of like kicks into a hill and then it kind of like rolls down towards it. So I think initially it kills it and then you get a bit of extra roll. So this is going to be tough. That wasn't bad either. Ah, 274. Tell you what, I reckon I'm going to have to try and hit a bit of a slinging draw and get it running down that slope, ain't I? Oh, I tell you what, that could be it. That could be it. Come on, get round. It's 260 carry. That has just gone 281 yards. 281 yards. That is absolutely mental. Like, yeah, I did have to play a big drawy one to get there, to be fair. I mean, that's a 2,200 backspin. That's great backspin for driver. So I might actually just chuck that ball out and just hit one with my own ball for a minute. So it's now going into the Chromesoft XLS, which is like my normal gamer, just to see what the numbers are like with that. Sounds way clackier with that. It's obviously not as much of a big slinging draw with that one, but yeah, I mean, it's just popped up straight away. Strike was very similar. Obviously, it was a bit more of a normal, like a normal shot, that one. So my path was only 3 inside, not like 6 or 7 or whatever it was, but popped up 3,200. So that's better. That's more gamer ball, really, but it's a bit of fun hitting absolutely miles with that. Just goes to show again, balls make a big difference, right? But yeah, I mean, it's got 4 on the bottom, and I know that the thumbnail is kind of 4-iron 280. There's going to be anyway now. It's not really a 4-iron, obviously, but I mean, yeah, wow, it's what a club. Making little things like this, little go-to clubs in the bag that can just make golf that little bit more enjoyable, that little bit easier, and yeah, wow, just great fun. So there we go. It's just a bit of a fun video, a bit of a crazy club, a bit of a mental setup, and just a bit of fun. But I tell you what, I absolutely love this club. Now, the way I've got it set up, the loft, the lie, the length, the swing weight, how the shaft plays, the numbers we get from it. Super impressed with these LTDX irons. Super impressed actually with all the Cobra irons and the woods. As everyone knows, I've done quite a bit with the Cobra woods. I think they're amazing. But for the loft of these, I've fitted a few sets of these now, and the results have been very surprising. I'm very impressed, and this thing is honestly, it's absolutely unreal. So yeah, if you want one, let me know. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. It's just a different way of looking at things sometimes. Let's not make the game harder for ourselves. Let's make it easier. Something like this really does do that. So please let me know in the comments what you thought, what you think of this, what you want to see next. We're going to keep the content coming. Hope you have a good weekend. It's Saturday evening as I speak, so I hope you have a good weekend. And I'll see you in the next one.